What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the video. I hope you're having a great day. Now today's exciting. Today I am here with the all-new 2024 BMW 7 Series. This is that flagship sedan that goes against the Audi A8 and of course the Mercedes S class. Now a lot has changed on this new 7 Series, so let's dive right in and take a look. And before we get into it, big thank you to BMW of Springfield for letting me come out and film this new 7 Series today. Now, as always, we're gonna start under the hood. What we have here is a 4.4 liter twin turbo V8 engine with a 48 volt mild hybrid system, putting out 536 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. And that's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission and xDrive all-wheel drive. 0 to 60 takes 4.2 seconds, but it's been reported to be as low as 3.5 seconds during track testing. Fuel economy ratings are combined 20 miles per gallon. That's 18 in the city, 25 on the highway, and the capacity of the fuel tank is 19.5 gallons. Now, as we already know, the BMW kidney grille gets bigger every single time it's redone. So this is a pretty big grille, but I don't think it has crossed the line of being too much quite yet. We're still looking pretty good. Now, just like I showed you on the new 5 Series, this grille has the active shutters that open and close as needed to allow air into the engine. As you can see right now, they're closed, and now you can see they've opened up. And your forward-facing camera is tucked right in the middle of it, along with this radar sensor plate. Now you'll see this dark glossy accent going all throughout the vehicle. There's trim on all parts of the vehicle that have this. This is what BMW calls their shadow line exterior package. So this specific color, it may just look like gloss black, you know, on camera, but it's really more of like a really dark gray, but the color is called shadow line. And you'll see down below, the lower intake also has active shutters that can open and close, and as you can see right now, they are closed. The vehicle's just sitting here, it's not in use, it's just idling, so that airflow isn't needed because the engine isn't being worked. Also down below here, we have some nice functional side air curtains. This helps with aerodynamics. Now, the new headlights on this have certainly been a topic of discussion. BMW has really gone in a different direction for this generation, and we now have a split headlight design that we haven't seen before. So up top we have the LED turn signal that doubles as the daytime running light when not in use, and then when you drop down, your main headlight housing is down below. The two outer beams are full LED. They serve as the low beam, and you have another projector housing right in the middle, and when that's turned on, that will be your high beam. Now here we have power folding mirrors with these nice large LED turn signal indicators. There's more of that shadow line trim that lines the bottom of it. You have a camera on the side that's part of the 360 camera system. So taking a look here at the side profile, you can see it's a large car. It's an executive sedan, full-size sedan. It has a commanding presence. Now, one of the hallmarks of an executive sedan is a really long hood in the front. And with that long hood, you get something called an increased dash to axle ratio, where basically where the axle sits on the front wheel is pretty far forward in relation to where the windshield starts. On the window trim going around, this has more of that shadow line exterior trim. This does not have chrome or matte silver trim because, again, it's got that shadow line exterior package. You're also going to find shadow line trim around the door handles. These new door handles are electronic. There is a button on the inside. You press it and the door opens. It's also got soft closed doors. Now, BMW on their sedans, they've never been known to really do anything crazy as far as body lines and side profile goes. So the same continues here. You have one belt line starting at the tail light, goes all the way across to the headlight. And then the lower body line actually starts on the wheel arch and comes down and flows nicely into that bottom line that goes back towards the rear wheel. Along the bottom of the car here, we have that shadow line trim again. Has a nice high-end look to it. I'm glad they didn't put any, flat black cladding on the bottom. We saw that on the new 5 Series. I'm glad they didn't put it on here. I think this looks much better. Now, the one thing that's a little out of the norm here is these lines right here towards the rear. You usually don't see kind of these geometric type body lines on a luxury sedan like a BMW 7 Series, but it is subtle. It's not that noticeable, and I kind of like it. So what do you guys think? Now let's take a quick look at the wheel and tire setup. So the wheel, as you can see, this is part of the M Sport package. This is a 20-inch wheel. It's a 10-spoke wheel, two-tone with the satin aluminum finish and the shadow line accents. These also have M Sport brakes. As for the tires, these are Pirelli P0 tires, and the size is 255/45. Now the rear, I think, looks very different from how it did before. These full LED taillights remind me a bit of the ones on the new 5 Series. They're a different shape than what we've seen before, but of course they're full LED, and along the bottom of it you have the turn signal, and the turn signal is red in color. It is not amber. And then you have a single reverse light down at the bottom. The bumper is two-tone with the white, and again, can you guess what it is? It's the shadow line trim, and you get these nice dark gray quad exhausts at the bottom as well. Now overall, it has a pretty different look, especially when you look at it from the side. The way this rear bumper sticks out quite a bit from the trunk lid. Not really used to seeing that, but that's the new design that BMW has gone with. Also, another thing that makes a pretty big visual difference is moving the license plate from the trunk lid down to the bumper. There's also a mini, I don't know if you'd call this a deck lid spoiler or just a trim piece, but you have the shadow line piece right along the top of the trunk lid. Now your trunk button is right there in the middle. Let's open it up. So inside the trunk, it's pretty spacious. You have a pass-through there in the middle, and I mean, it's nondescript. It's a sedan trunk. There's really not much to talk about, but you do get a nice power button to let it close on its own. And a quick shout out to this video sponsor, FitCam X. FitCam X is a custom hardwired 4K dash cam that is made for your specific car's interior with no exposed wires showing. And it connects to your phone via the FitCam X app. And they're offering all my viewers 10% off everything on their site using promo code OPTICAL. Link in the description. So now we are inside the all-new 7 Series, and the interior of this cabin is a sight to behold. It is plush, it is beautiful, it is high-tech. Just listen to how quiet it is in here. The engine is idling, the car is on, I have the AC turned off. It is so quiet in here. Starting up top on the dashboard, stitched leather going all the way across the dashboard. It's very soft to the touch. Up at the very top around the head-up display, there is a fabric up here, but the rest of this all is nice stitched leather. Dropping down, this is an oak wood trim. It has a gray color, and the grain has kind of a dark gray color to it. This is oak wood, and it has a high gloss finish. Now, I think the thing in this interior that really sticks out to you the most is this illuminated piece that goes in the door and all the way around to the other side. This is called the interaction bar. It is made of glass crystal, and as you can see, has some really bright ambient lighting inside of it. This color we have right here is purple. You can change it to really any color you want. But starting on the doors, you have your 2 memory settings. This button here brings up the seat controls on the infotainment. You can use the infotainment controls to control the seat. You can raise and lower the headrest. You can move the upper part of the back independent from the lower part. You can adjust the bolsters to go inward or out, and you can control the thigh supports as well. Moving on here, you have your air vent controls and your headlight controls. Moving to the middle, again, you have your air vent controls, you have your defroster controls, and you have your button to open your glove box. Now taking a look here at the door panel up top, again, that really nice stitched leather, the same you find on the dashboard. It's black and it has white contrast stitching. Right here, you'll find your glass crystal controls for your seats. Now it's only gonna give part of the controls. It's just to basically recline and move forward and back. The rest of the controls are located in the infotainment. As mentioned before, this is part of the interaction bar here, and it's surrounded with some nice metal trim. Dropping down below, you have this nice brown leather. The colorway is called Mocha. Also white contrast stitching, and this leather here extends all the way down to the bottom, and then this part here is still a soft touch material. Now your window switches, this panel here is all gonna be gloss black, piano black, so make sure you keep it clean. And then here you have your metallic speaker grille for your Bowers & Wilkins audio system. And down below here you have illuminated M Sport door sills, so at nighttime you'll see that glowing real nicely when you get in and out of the car. Now these seats have this really nice quilted perforated leather, again in that mocha color. Very comfortable and highly customizable, as you saw before when showing the interaction bar. Now the steering wheel. Part of the M Sport package is the M Sport steering wheel. And I have to say, it's a pretty low-key looking wheel. I mean, it's got a flat bottom, but other than that, it's pretty nondescript. And I think that is a good thing. Now, if you saw my video on the 5 Series, that car had a pretty crazy looking steering wheel. And that was not an M Sport wheel. That was just the regular old base model 5 Series. Really high quality leather going all the way around. Got these different little accents on here to give it some personality. Really thick bolstering at 10 and 2. Again, the nice flat bottom. And this really nice metallic trim that goes along the bottom here. And the horn button has a nice soft finish and nice stitching going around. There's this really sharp looking digital gauge cluster in the middle. There's a lot of different information it can show. So let's take a quick look at what it can do. So starting at the different content it can show, you have your reduced view when you just don't really want to see anything. Got your trip computer and your miles per gallon. You have your assisted view, route preview. You have your navigation map. You can show your G meter, and it can show you whatever media you have playing. There's also different layouts in terms of the speedometer and tachometer on the side there. You can have a more widescreen look, you can have it closer, or whatever this is. Up above, you have a nice large head-up display. You have your standard view, your directional view, assisted view, sport view, and reduced view. Now, this display has an incredible amount of functionality. Of course, you're gonna have your wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You can change your interior lighting, your exterior lighting. You got your messages, you got your in-system navigation, your parking cameras, all your seat controls, your XM radio, phone, and Wi-Fi. You also have your really advanced camera system here. 360 camera, you got your assist view. Now my favorite view on here is the 3D view. The 3D view, it is incredible how detailed it is and how accurate it is. Like, it's even programmed to the exact spec of your car. This color, this is the M Sport package, these wheels, like it's exact. You never really ever see that in a system. It just gives a generic, you know, kind of one size fits all in terms of the specification for the car. Oftentimes not even the right color. But this, the level of detail, it's amazing. The clarity of the surroundings and how undistorted mainly everything looks on here. Usually 3D cameras kind of distort the background. But this, like the level of detail, even like on the road, the cracks in the road. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. I love this so much. Now, one of my favorite features in here is the BMW Assistant, and I will do a quick demonstration of that, and it should speak for itself. Open the passenger side window.
All right, I will open the front passenger window.
Now this also has gesture control. So my favorite thing to do is when doing the volume, got your finger right in front. As you turn it, you will see, there's no music playing right now, but you can see the volume bar is going up and down as I move my finger clockwise or counterclockwise. This 7 Series has an incredible Bowers & Wilkins 3D audio system. Let's take a quick listen. As far as the climate controls, they are all either touch sensitive or in the infotainment screen. Now, as far as these controls right here, they're not touch sensitive. They're actually all on this one moving piece right here. So when you press, the whole thing kind of clicks. Kind of reminds me of a BlackBerry Storm from back in the day, like the first touchscreen BlackBerry had a screen like that. You have your crystal glass iDrive selector for the screen if you don't want to use the touch screen. And this is your crystal glass transmission selector. Your storage space goes inside the center console. Not much, very small, but that typically happens in rear wheel drive platforms. The transmission comes up a bit higher, so less room in there. But inside you do get 2 USB-C ports and a 12-volt outlet. And inside the glove box, it's a standard size glove box in there. Up above is this incredibly massive panoramic moonroof. And as you can see, it has a defroster inside of it. There are heating elements inside the window. Now I am in the back seat of the 7 Series. When you're living that life of luxury and you got yourself a chauffeur, this is where you're going to be spending your time. Full-size sedans, they are known for their legroom, and this is no different. Plenty of room. I can stretch them out, and this is with the front seat adjusted for myself, 6 feet tall, driver position. The backs of the front seats have more of that wood trim, and there's metal trim on the back here. You got yourself a USB-C port inside of there. More metal trim. Got a nice pocket behind the seat. Down below here, you have your climate vents. You can control the airflow and the direction of it. And then down here, you have a pretty deep storage cubby right there. You can put a phone there. You're also gonna get air vents in the side here, so you'll have airflow from multiple directions. Each side in the rear is gonna have its own display. There's multiple different functions you can do on it. There's something here called My Modes. When you click that, it gives these different modes, and what it does is it changes the ambient lighting that is inside of the interaction bar in the front there, and also down below the seats there. And for relax mode at the top, what happens when you hit that, it truly becomes a place to relax. You got all the sun out of here now. You got your power sunshades on the windows, as well as the rear windshield, and closing the panoramic moonroof. And just in case the electronics ever fail, you do have a manual door release hidden at the bottom of the door. So in the center armrest, you have this area right here that I believe would be a wireless charger. This model in particular is not equipped with it, but you have some hidden cup holders in here. This opens up. You got a whole nother storage compartment in here, and 2 more USB-C ports. So there's a total of 4 USB-C ports in the rear. MSRP of this new 2024 BMW 760i xDrive with all its options is $124,645. So that's gonna wrap up this review of the new 7 Series. Again, big thank you to BMW of Springfield for providing this BMW 760i for this review. They're located in Springfield Township, New Jersey on Route 22, And when you get here, make sure you ask for Chris Laurenzi. I'm gonna have his info for you guys up on the screen here. So let me know your thoughts on the new 7 Series down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, please share this video with a friend and subscribe. It'll really help the channel grow. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Let me know in the comments what other vehicles you want to see featured on the channel. And be sure to follow @OpticalAutomotive on TikTok and Instagram, and check out the page on Facebook. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.